Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope. In the last episode, we cleared the dark mess taking over the entirety of Beacon Beach, and with the weather finally cleared up and the sun returned to the sky, the once scared local Rabbids have returned to their normal lives of fun in the sun, while we gained our passage to our next world, known as Pristine Peaks, which seems to be a frozen world based on the slight hint given to us in Janie's dialogue. Although, before we can leave for our next pastures, we should probably finish what we started here, and clear up any loose ends in Beacon Beach, and once we're ready, head straight out into our next adventure. Since, let's be honest here, we're definitely pretty close to that, since, let's be honest, we could easily check our progression, and I'm pretty sure we're pretty much right on top of being able to, well, be done with Beacon Beach. So, honestly, I feel like we could probably 100% all the worlds in this series, which is going to be pretty cool. Just because normally I don't feel like we could do that in our games. So that's going to be pretty cool to do. But before we actually do go straight to our missions today, let's finish up the memories that we ended up buying, because we never actually got to go through some of these. And I also picked up this one. This was one we left in Sunrise Temple. So I might as well, pick it up, because I don't know if we're going to be going back in there, other than for what seems to be something we can't do yet. But here we go. Augie. Research into the Warden of Beacon Beach. Augie reveals a myriad of known traits: insecure, attention-seeking, irresponsible, impulsive, cowardly, childish, gluttonous, entitled, dishonest, poor hygiene. Yet the ones that come up most often are kind-hearted and lovable. How these characteristics can be made compatible, is beyond my current comprehension. I will have to investigate that further. Okay then. You got kind of roasted in that, but okay then. But here we go, Goombas. This was one of the ones. Goombas are even more menacing under Cursa's supervision. Thankfully they are still Goombas. A single dash can hit multiple of them. Yet Cursa's cunning is always present. Some of them wear dark mess-infused cooking pots that make them immune to weapons or physical attacks. Only by launching them outside the boundaries of a battlefield can they be defeated. Now that sounds kind of dangerous. So you can only launch those certain enemies, okay. That does not sound good for us, I'm gonna be honest there. And we also got Scopers. These patient observers are usually found on high ground, where they are treated to tactical views of the battlefield. Molecular analysis reveals that they are averse to fire, but little bothered by the cold. While Beacon Beach is not an ideal environment for them, their long-range double shot that forces targets from cover is highly effective and dangerous. And then I think the last one is the Stooges, I believe. Just because I'm trying to remember the last one we bought, and I'm pretty sure it's this one. So analysis reveals that Stooges are among the most common enemies in Cursa's service. Alone, they are not a menace, but are dangerous in groups. They appear to be incorporated different environmental elements into their genetic makeup. The Dark Mess ability to create mutations appears far more advanced than the Megabug. Should I worry? Emotions are as mysterious to me as our enemy is formidable. Yeah, definitely the Stooges are pretty interesting with the fact that they seem to take up multiple elements. Because we fought off with the normal variant as well as the fire variants. So let's be honest there. There's definitely some dangerous elements that can already be infused with them, because fire can be dangerous depending on what you're really dealing with when it comes to the original game. But with that being said, I think we're officially ready to start actually completing Beacon Beach. And the first thing I want to do here is the Spark mission here. Cheap beats on bleep streets. And let's see what's going on with you, buddy. Bleep sheep MIDI hippies. Demo scene shapers and chiptune makers. Okay, then. So, what do you want us to do, buddy? See some records on the ground that weren't there before, so I'm guessing that's definitely it. I got bad news. Both albums with my polychronic pocket sonnets on them are missing. If you want to get tripped, you gotta find them for me. May your waves always be triangle. Okay, yeah, we can definitely look for them. Anything else for you? There's no set without my disc. Okay, yeah, we can definitely help you out, buddy. Does look like there is some bomb-oms. They're the roaming ones, obviously, but definitely they are here to try and stop us. Thankfully, as long as we run out of their general vicinity, they stop chasing us. So there you go. And then we just need to get one more, which seems pretty simple. I wonder how this is going to give us a spark, though, just because of the fact that, in general, this seems pretty simple and easy to do. Jeez, okay. Jeez, those bomb-bombs definitely like to give you, like, little mini heart attacks when they jump you like that, I swear. I thought I was just out of range, and nope, I was not out of range at all. But I think we can easily go for that, and because we have the motion thing with Edge now, we can actually get to both of those bomb-bombs pretty easy. Oh, I should probably pick you up and actually toss you, though, to be completely honest, because I didn't notice that the Stooges were there. Other than that, I think we might be able to team jump with Mario, because I should have the stomp ability. Yep, there we go. We're able to do this where we can jump, and then we can actually jump back into the air, which is pretty cool. So there's some pretty cool abilities if you actually upgrade the characters enough to do so. So I definitely will say there's some pretty cool little, like, additions to Sparks of Hope that really wasn't in the original game that I gotta say about, because that's pretty cool to be able to, like, you know, jump on an enemy, and although you could jump on an enemy and then kind of, like, jump a few spaces in the original game, you couldn't really go to that length where you can, like, actually, like, start flying over to the next area. So I'll definitely say it's pretty cool. Well, let's turn in our final disc to good old DJ Cheap Tuna. Is that really his name? DJ Cheap Tuna? Okay, well, here's your other disc, buddy. Well, that did not look good. Well, there's definitely another dark mess puddle. But, wow, okay then. Also, I like how Rabbid just stared at Edge. After, like, he was like, "Oh, Edge, do you want to join?" And Edge just stares down Rabbid Mario, and poor Mario was like, maybe I should just, forget that ever happened. But let's see here. Get that thing out of here, please. If Fan gets swallowed up, I'll be sued for sure. Okay, then take it to the bridge then. Okay, whole new mission though. But obviously, you know, it seemed a little too easy for just to do the record, so makes sense. And it looks like we have another Dark Mess Eye mission. So based on what we know, it would be better to bring Rabbid Luigi into this, just because of the Disruptor ability. Which is actually probably what I might actually do. You know what? Just because I brought that up, might as well do it right away then, before I forget. And then I also see the Wild Claw enemies. You know what? Because of the fact that we do extra damage, we should probably throw on that Spark as well, for the Aquanox. So, since we haven't used it yet anyways, and we do water damage when we do it, so honestly, it's probably worth it. Honestly, I guess we'll find out. I don't know how good it is, but honestly, it's better than nothing. But let's definitely get in. Okay, so we got a bunch of Wild Claws on map. We do have the Fire Stooges as well. And then what exactly does our Aquanox do? All weapon-based attacks deal 123 to 149 damage, and have the Splash super effect. Okay, so basically just like Pyro Star, but obviously with Splash instead. Okay, seems easy enough. Other than that, is there any way we can increase Edge's movement at the current moment? Because in order to get the extra movement, we have to do dashes. So, definitely a couple options here. I'm going to say first things first is figuring out where Rabbid... Well, I wanted to jump off Rabbid Peach actually there, but that did not work in my favor whatsoever. We can vault over this and maybe... Nope, can't do it from there. Okay, well, we'll make our way back like that for the current moment, and then figure out from there what we want to do. And then we might be able to actually go for this Wild Claw, maybe. I think what we need to do is bring it closer, obviously. But other than that, I guess we'll find out. Well, let's team jump over you. And let's see if we can maybe start dealing with some of these Dark Mess stuff. While also, you know, doing a little bit extra to these guys. And actually, for the most part here, well, Electro Dash won't get rid of you. But it might actually help us. You know what? We're going to go Shock Dash, actually. Probably should have started with this, to be completely honest. But I wasn't really sure if it would get rid of them normally anyways. And then other than that, for the most part, no enemies are even over here. So I think we're safe to start throwing our Flying Blade here. So Edge, you go for what you need to do. Get a double critical, which is pretty nice. And then what we need to do here, honestly... that's a really good question. I'm going to say probably go for Turbo Charge for Rabbid Luigi and Rabbid Peach here. And then, honestly, I think just start bringing this guy over as much as we can. But the only thing is how will he chase? Is the real question. I guess we'll find out. Well, hopefully you don't hit too hard, buddy. Because I honestly, I'm a little terrified on what you'll end up doing if we let you do this, but honestly, I feel like waiting probably a turn might be smarter. But we could also go for the splash attack now. It's definitely an option. I'm going to try it. Let's try out Aquanox and see what we can actually do with it. Because I'm really not sure how it's really going to help us here. It does a decent amount of damage. The only thing is I'm not really sure what Splash does, for the most part. That's the real question. Which, if it doesn't do much for us, this guy gets a free 470 damage on me, which I'm not too keen on taking, to be completely fair. But, well, honestly, it's really based on how he moves, for the most part, to be completely fair. If we hit him, then he gets free movement to us. So I'm gonna say it's probably not worth it in the long run, just based on that. We could get ready for that, but I really don't think that's gonna really help us. I think probably just getting away from him is probably smarter. Just noticing that he is doing that much damage. Other than that, it may be better to just forget about the Wild Claws and stay away from them. It's probably a safer option, just because of the fact that they're doing as much damage as they are. There's quite a lot of them that we have to deal with. So I'm going to say probably what we should do. Actually, the Disruptor is not going to be able to work in the way that it normally would. Although we can do something along the lines of that, though. Which may come in handy. It definitely might. Really depends on how this works, though. If we really want to take advantage of that. But I'm going to say what we'll do is we'll try and do some decent damage here. While also trying to deal with these enemies at the same time. Because, let's be honest here, it's not going to be the easiest battle, that's for sure. But we can go for a couple of these POW blocks, though. So we might actually use that to our advantage, just in case as well. Can we get multiple of these? Yeah, we can, actually. Okay, I like the idea of getting rid of 3 of those instantly. So let's do that, I think. So that's definitely worth it. Other than that, I wish we were able to bounce off of all these, but we really can't. Which kind of works against us, sadly. We can go for this, though. So we can get 2 of them instantly. Only thing is I'm not really keen on the Wild Claw chasing me down, to be completely fair. But other than that, does this POW block over here help Rabbid Luigi at all? Not at the current moment, but we can wait until next turn, so we don't have to worry about it yet. For the most part, I think the best thing we could probably do here is maybe... Actually, based on your movement, actually, is probably what we need to be really worrying. Okay, he's not going to move very far. Because what we can do, probably, is use edge to get an edge to get far out of this area of the battlefield, which may actually work for us. And in turn, hopefully, work with what we got. Because, let's be honest here, we need to start dealing with this side if we want to be able to do what we're doing. So, definitely Flying Blade to that, Dark Mess Eye. Then, honestly, from there, yeah, it's definitely dealing with those as fast as possible, I think. And trying not to get completely decimated by the Wild Claws before they get on top of us. Because once they do get on top of us, it's kind of over, I think. Because they do 470 damage, which is not something we want to be taking. But we can easily take it while also surviving with it, if we do this right. So, I guess we'll find out. And also, I think we get 2 actions for pulling out that POW block, so I think we can do 2 other things if we want to. Oh, more enemies spawning. Uh-oh. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Uh-oh. Okay, so first things first is probably having... Well, that guy's right out of range, so I can't really do that one. I can pick this up. So let's try and get rid of... We can get rid of those. Can we hit him as well? Wondering. Oh, yep, we definitely can. Yeah, let's go for that then. Okay, so we get a little bit of damage onto him. Now we just need to figure out where we want to move Rabbid Luigi while keeping him out of range of Mr. Wildclaw on the other side. Which I think we might be already. Yep, we're barely out of range. So this is a better area for the current time. Not really sure about the movement there. But we can probably bring Rabbid Peach a little bit closer, I think. Is probably what we should do. Because then what we can do, obviously, is go for a team jump. And then maybe make use of that. If at all possible. Kinda. Not a lot, but it's still something. And then obviously go for a Flying Blade here, I think. I think that's definitely worth trying to go for. And then I think what we do is to set up the Storm Blade, just in case if the Stooge there decides to move. We may be able to either knock him out or figure out from there what to do next. But I think go for a dash on you and then probably make our way back a little bit. Only thing is how are we going to deal with the other Dark Mess Eyes while this guy's chasing after us? I think what we do is we do exactly what we did with Rabbid Luigi, and is get right behind cover as soon as possible. Other than that, you really got me on that one. I'm going to be honest there. Because the enemies are basically on... Oh! He actually... Oh, he completely missed, okay. I was about to say he shouldn't have been able to hit me, but... Okay, then. Also, we got Burn there, which is a little unfortunate, because Rabbid Luigi, I think, is the closest to dealing with the other thing. Oh, hello. Well, that's definitely not good. Okay, then I was not expecting a bunch of Wild Claws to appear out of those portals. But that's definitely not good for us. And apparently it decided to spawn 2 of those Stooges right on top of us. Rabbid Luigi's definitely going... Oh, no, he's not. Okay, I actually thought he was going down there. Okay, well that works, I guess. Well, I don't see a way of dealing with both of those. But I do see a way of doing a shock dash here. So, definitely set up that, I'm pretty sure. Rabbid Luigi's in a really, really bad spot, though. For the most part. We probably can do something. I'm just not sure what's going to be really safe here for him. I guess we'll more be worried about what we can do with Rabbid Peach here. Because I feel like I might be able to do something along the lines of helping her out. Only thing is it's not going to be much, just because of the range of motion we have at the current moment. So I'm guessing that's definitely not going to happen. But Electro dashing into you might be better for us. Please come back down. Because we're going to need as much movement as we can with the extra movement we get. Yep, you're just out of range. Unfortunate. If we had another dash, we could. We definitely could do that. But I might be able to make do with this, maybe. I think as long as we move in a certain angle, I think we hit both of these. But the only thing is I think we have to do it from a very, very specific angle. And there it is. Just like that. See? I told you. We could hit it. We just have to get that straight line to where the flying blade actually hits both of it. And just like that, battle cleared. Although it was quite dangerous, because poor Rabbid Luigi almost got completely decimated there. But we did get ourselves another lore book, which we'll definitely take. And we should be also getting a star of some sort, based on the fact that that was a Spark quest. Loops, Snoops, Oscillator, Gators, Micro Sound Hounds, and 8-Bit Clowns. Cheap Tuna has the vibes to take y'all into overdrive. Well, there's our Spark. Apparently we just need to guide him back to land by using DJ Cheap Tuna's little music here. Huh. Okay then. Well, we definitely could use another Spark, because we need it more for that one mission down in the bottom area of the Sunrise Temple. Because there's definitely a giant boss down there that we definitely are going to be needing to deal with very soon. Amazing. Thanks. I call this one fish and chips. Lots of wet pulse, mellow... I meant the spark. Yeah, a spark of nostalgia is normal. I guess you didn't realize. No, I meant the... you know what? Never mind. We're just gonna go. Okay then. Well, what kind of spark did we actually get, though? So, Aqua Dash. Oh, so like the Electro Dash one we have, now we have an Aqua variant. Oh, cool. I'll definitely take that. That's pretty cool. Want a sweet beats? I got him. Well, we'll leave you alone now, buddy. Now that we got that done. So, one mission down, and now we just got a couple ones left for here. Because obviously we can't do the one in the Sunrise Temple, because we need a bunch more sparks in order to do that. We got a Toll in the Dark Mess. We have this Pugliest Princess, the Sunrise Gateway, as well as the Stopus Catch mission, as well as, well, the one back here, but we need to be level 10 for that. Which I think we'll easily hit level 10, as long as we do what we're doing. So I think we'll be fine. Actually, aren't we? I swear aren't we already level 10? Just because of the fact that we did get 2 levels after that lighthouse. Nope, we're level 9, but we'll be there. We'll definitely be there very soon. We'll do this one over here since it's pretty close to us. A Toll of Dark Mess. Also, I like how it's the name of the hub world in DK's Adventure, which is actually pretty cool. But a Toll in the Dark Mess. Let's definitely get it done. What kind of mission are we dealing with here? Because right now, it doesn't seem too hard. But let's be honest here. Things definitely turn sour once you are officially dealing with the enemies. It's a reach area with a bunch of scopers. Okay. Doesn't seem too hard. There's a couple of them. I could definitely say that one. Let's swap back Mario now that we're done with what we were doing. And honestly, doesn't look too bad. There's definitely a bunch of them, but for the most part, this doesn't look too bad. So we got 2 over here behind us, 1 in front of us over here, and the rest on the top right. Okay. Interesting. Definitely interesting. I'm going to say let's definitely start up the Shock Dash, because I'm pretty sure we should be able to hit one of these enemies immediately, once we make our way down. Only thing is how do we want to do this? Well, Well, Mario definitely wants to make his way over, is what I'm going to say. So let's see if we can maybe, just maybe, nope, I can't do the stomp, but I can get close enough. And then I think what Rabbid Peach is going to do is she's going to help Edge make her way on over here, because Edge is probably going to be able to make the most out of this movement, I think, based on the fact that we can do the little dash thing here. It's definitely going to help us quite a lot. And also we might be able to easily deal with the Scoper too at the same time. And it looks like that's pretty much the only enemy we can hit from here. So yeah, I'll definitely get rid of the Scoper, because that gives us a little bit of free reign on this area. For the most part, other than that, it's more of how do we get Rabbid Peach to safety at the current moment. And actually, wait a minute, can Mario maybe... Nope, just out of range. Well, that's unfortunate. I swear, we always seem to be just out of range of doing some stuff. But I do think, yep, we do have a safety zone of being able to stay kind of safe. And then what we'll do is we'll also set up Hero Sight, because we can also probably catch a Scoper off guard if they decide to move here, which may actually come in handy. Other than that, I think we just sit, because I don't think we can hit anything from our current range. We could maybe do a little bit to these guys, because they might decide to try and like do something, so we could probably stay back and kind of mess with them a little bit, because I don't think we're going to do much from here for the most part when it comes to those enemies. Ow, 140 damage. That's definitely not good. Ow, okay, 180. I like how the crits seem to happen a lot more often. And, geez, okay then. Mario is just getting wailed on, even though he's in 50%, like, just a safety zone for the most part. Okay then, that's definitely not the best thing to be hit by, but thankfully we do have Rabbid Peach and her capability of healing, and that's why we keep a healer just in case. We could probably throw on mushrooms as well, but I don't think it's going to be fully required to do so. Honestly, I think I see a way of getting right out of this battle here, if we do this right. As long as Mario makes like a decent motion of movement like there, we might be able to... Well, actually, that's not going to be required. It's going to be a little bit lower, actually. A little bit lower, Mario. You're close, but not close enough. Looks like that, maybe? Yep, there we go. I like how you kind of get out of the motion as long as you do it right. And I think as long as we jump on top of the Scoper, I think we actually do make it to the reach area. Well, I'll see you guys later on that, enemies. But let's see if we can maybe get some freebies here when it comes to any kind of... Doesn't look like we're going to get any freebies from here. But I do say we probably get out of this mission as quick as possible with all the Scopers. I think it's just safer to get out of there before anything bad does happen. But honestly, pretty easy with the edge ability, not gonna lie though. That extra movement definitely comes in handy. Especially with the fact that you can re-dash enemies. So, definitely not bad. You couldn't do that in the original, so I will say that definitely is pretty good. But there we go, Toll in the Darkness is now done. Or Dark Mess, as I should say. And now we can make our way over there. Wasn't there something going on over by this fountain over here? I swear this was locked over here before. Yep, there was something. Think you could beat my PB? Huh. What kind of PB? Victor. Good day, mates. You look keen and full of beans. You ready for the Beacon Beach Silly Fish Chuck Challenge? Sure, what is it? The Beacon Beach, what now? Chuck Challenge, you chuck all the silly fish into the fountain before time expires. A small fee for 20 coins lets you ride the roller coaster of thrills and emotions of a pro fish chucker. Okay. So, is it a nah-yeah or a yeah-nah? Sure. I knew you were a ripper. A little tip for ya. Try dashing the silly fish. It'll make it easier to grab 'em. One more thing. Don't wander off too far. I'll have to disqualify ya. No refunds. To Victor goes the spoils. Is it a... like a battle mission? No, it's a actual world mission. Okay. I was about to say I wasn't too sure on that one. Well, let's definitely grab you. So I guess we just gotta beat your best, I guess. Okay, toss that in there. Doesn't seem too hard, for the most part. It looks like the enemies might be able to dash me, though. Based on... Well, okay. Give me that. For some reason, these silly fish definitely don't like me. I can definitely tell you that one. Because I press A, and then they want to just start running from my hands. Because I'm pressing A just because of the fact that I wasn't sure if I fully had them for a second. Okay, for the most part, this doesn't seem too bad. For the most part. Just because I think we already almost have all of them. For if his PB is all the fish in the current sea right here, we're definitely in pretty good hands for the most part. Because all we need to do for this guy, it looks like, is maybe dash a little bit. And then do the quick dash. And just like that, I think your mission is done. Right? I think you can beat my PB. Oh, more fish spawn. Oh, okay. I didn't realize more of them were going to spawn like that. Okay. Well, definitely, so far so good, for the most part. Only thing is honestly, for the most part, based on them respawning, I'm hoping that I'm not completely done for, based on that. But I'm pretty sure we should have beaten his PB. Yep, challenge successful. Okay, I'm surprised the thing didn't just end. Okay. Great Galloping Goannas. That was a butte, mates. It's a gold finish. Did it beat my PR? Let's call it a tie. But feel free to give it another go anytime. Oh, so I didn't have to beat it? Okay then. Based on that, it makes it sound like I didn't need to beat his BB. Okay then. Well, let's definitely get ourselves our... Ooh, Star Potion. I'll take that. That's pretty cool. More ways of fully leveling up a character is definitely going to come in handy for sure, just in general. So I'll definitely take that. But let's see here. For the most part, we got another mission down. And I think all we have left are the battle ones, I think. Because the thing is we have... Let's see here. I'm trying to think exactly which ones we do have to be specific. So we got this Pugliest Princess as well as Sunrise Gateway. And then obviously the Goomba one. Which is definitely the one that it was telling us about earlier when it came to what it was saying about Cursa being able to make Dark Mess pots on Goomba's heads where he had to like knock them off the map. So that's definitely going to be pretty interesting. But let's see what's going on with you. When the Dark Mess tentacle exploded, it created that puddle. Please, you've got to get rid of it. We'll definitely try, but Pugliest Princess, it looks like Rabbid, Mario, and Peach only, based on the idea of that. Everyone take a break. Soak in up some sun. Rabbid Mario will take it from here. I insist. Okay, we'll definitely see what you could do. That sounds nice, but dark mess puddles are at least as dangerous as swimming, right? And you should never swim alone, right? Yeah, probably not. But definitely, based on Peach being on that, we're definitely going to get Peach as well. Princess mine tagging along. Your skill at protecting teammates could be useful. Not that you'll need it, Rabbid Mario. Well, here we go. So, Pugliest Princess, it definitely seems like a challenge map from the original Kingdom Battle. But the thing is it's obviously not a challenge map based on the fact that, well, let's be honest here. Well, it's going to be much easier to do compared to a challenge map in the original game. Let's be honest there. But other than that... Well, we have a Wild Claw behind me. I'm not really sure... Ooh, wow. We can get rid of a bunch of enemies instantly. Okay, then I might do that, actually. Let's see what we can do, exactly. Ooh, wow. Okay, then. That's, very interesting for a movement. I'm gonna be honest there. But we do also have that kind of with Rabbid Mario as well. But I feel like what we should do, per chance, is maybe get Rabbid Mario over here, for the most part. To catch any enemies that may not get hit in this. Yeah, I think for the most part this should be pretty good. Only thing is do we want to do anything else here? when it comes to what we do want to do. Because we get a couple options for sure. And we also have this reflect, but we definitely don't want to do that. Let's see what Peach can do with this motion first. But let's make sure we hit everything with it, just because that's definitely probably more worth it. Other than that, wait a minute. I don't think there's a way to dash into those enemies, but we can definitely use our dashes on this Wild Claw over here. That'll probably be the best, to be completely honest. And then from there, we might be able to get a decent shot in here, because we might get the crit too, so I guess we'll find out. Not bad. That definitely didn't do too bad, for sure. Then we can obviously dash into you, get rid of you guys. You're still here, but I'm not really sure about you. We can definitely go for the Dukes here. And I also forgot we can actually attack and move with the Dukes, which is pretty cool. It's one of the abilities I upgraded. But, for the most part, I'm definitely thinking maybe we try and go for Counterblow, maybe? Because it's definitely worth an option. Because if either the Goomba or the Stooge decides to run us in, we can definitely go for a quick hit there and easily go for the knockout. And then I think we just go for Team Barrier here. Are you in range? It seems like it. I think we easily go for that, I think. No reason not to, right? But there we go. Not bad. And now we're fortified as well. And it should be for 3 hits, so I don't think any enemy should be able to really do damage to us. As long as they maybe shoot at Rabbid Mario. Yep, we went... Oh no. Oh no, we do get the counter blow. I was about to say, it didn't look like it was. But there we go. Not bad. I say double dash into you, I think, is the first thing we do. Probably dash with Actually, no, wait. No, get rid of the Goomba, actually. Yeah, get rid of the Goomba. We'll punch you, definitely. Let's see, movement phase does not... Oh yeah, I forgot. It adds those movements onto that. But definitely punch around on you. I don't think you should be able to get to... Well, I should be able to still move here, to be completely fair, but I'm not sure why it doesn't technically take that into account. Also, am I stuck? Oh, okay. For a second I thought I was stuck there. I don't know why. That just seemed odd. Let's see. For the most part, I don't really see a way of getting away with that, so I'm gonna just set up the Team Barrier here, just in case. Because I'm not sure if we're actually gonna knock him out here, or not. The Wild Claw does have some extra HP that's sometimes you're really not sure about. But I think we can let him go for that Team Barrier, and then easily go for the last hits here. And actually, it probably might be easier to just go for the double dash there. And actually, I'm curious. Does Rabbid Mario hit Peach? No, he doesn't. But Peach hits Rabbid Mario. Huh. Okay, then. Don't know how that really works, but definitely knock out the Wild Claw and get that mission out with. The Pugliest Princess? Not too hard, honestly. Definitely interesting, though. I will say that one. Oh, and we also got the Steampunk Dukes for doing that mission as well. Cool. A new little bit of, you know, weapon skins always comes in handy. Being able to customize the characters is pretty cool. Down that goes that. And also, I sleep better at night knowing you're around. Any chance you're looking for jobs as wardens? We probably could become wardens if we wanted to. Also, we got another mission, or not mission, but memory. And this time it was for Rabbid Mario, it looks like. So let's see here. Good old Rabbid Mario. And also we could do DJ Cheap Tuna, because I forgot about him giving us one as well. No analysis is required to understand Rabbid Mario. Is given easily to boasting. As strong as a fighter as he is, thanks to his fighting gloves, the Dukes, he needn't bother bragging. Still, he is vulnerable to being attacked from long distances, as even his technique allows him to counterattack only if an enemy is within range. Each hero is so different. The psychology at play is fascinating. It is pretty cool. And the DJ Cheap Tuna is a musician of some renown, who was lured to Beacon Beach by the false promises of a sold-out concert by the planet's warden, Augie. Still, his legions of fans are moved by his primitive electronic compositions. This connection to a work of art is something I've yet to experience, but long too. He has announced that his next album will be a trance chiptune vaporwave indie chill pop cover crossover that will hopefully pay for his flight home. You know what? Fair. Definitely fair. And I think the other one was in here, I think. Because it didn't look like it was inside anywhere. So this should be the other mission. It looks like something's going on here. Oh! That's, Madame Boistrella from the original game. What's she doing here? You are doomed. Doomed. Doomed, I guess. Doomed if you use another gateway chain instead of Madame Boistrella's dimensional drift departures. If adventure you do seek, expeditions of compelling combat await you beyond the gateway. Choose your party wisely. Choose our party wisely, you say? Sunrise Gateway. Okay. And apparently, doomed anyways, is what she was saying before I clicked on her. Are you sure you want a combat expedition in dimensional drift? I'm not legally responsible for the outcome. Okay then. 1 second. I just realized that they changed our team on us. So let me change back to making sure we should be fine. Because at the current moment, I want to use Rabbid, Peach, and Mario for today. Just because, honestly, use Mario a little bit. Just because we're like trying to use all the characters as like, kind of like everyone gets a chance at being used and kind of learning multiple different playstyles. That's kind of my idea. Because there's so many like different abilities where each character feels unique now. To the point where it feels like you definitely want to use everything. Because a lot of the characters were kind of similar in Kingdom Battle in the original story. Not in DK's Adventure, every character was different in DK's Adventure. But for the most part, there was a lot of similar characters. And it looks like we got a couple of those pothead Goomba things going on. Okay then, so we're dealing with those early. Because I'm pretty sure those are supposed to be in the level 10 mission. But for the most part, how do we really knock those guys out of the map? Because I'm really not sure how we do that. Maybe I dash into them? Maybe? Let me double check here. Let's see. Can be held up after dashing. Okay. So, yep, like the Bomb-Bombs, armored Goombas. The armored Goomba wears a cooking pot that makes it immune to damage from weapons and physical attacks, and must be launched outside the boundaries of the battlefield to be defeated. It can also be pushed out or bounced out of bounds with a gust or splash super effects. Oh, splash knocks enemies around. So is splash the bounce effect? Is that what I'm understanding, or is gust the bounce effect? Because it sounds like both of them do similar things. Okay then, interesting. Very interesting. Other than that, I think what we do here... I'm wondering if Bomb-Bombs knock them out as well. That's a good question. How many more of those Goombas do we have? We have a bunch of them. Jeez. Okay, so there's a bunch of enemies that we have to flip over. But for the most part, I think we're fine. Well, we definitely need to get rid of the Bomb-Bomb anyways. So let's see here. Can I get rid of you guys? It does not look like it, so I guess we just drop you. Well, at least we tried. At least we tried indeed. So I guess we make our way over here, maybe. The only thing is we can't really do much with that. Okay, well, we'll make our way back then. And then try and figure out what we really want to do with this turn. Because I feel like there's options, but I'm not too sure about those options. Based on those Goombas there. And then this Bomb-Bomb over here is definitely an option as well. Only thing is I think we deal with the Goombas, I think, with Edge, maybe. And then go from there. Because Edge can dash both of them and easily deal with them. As long as we do it right. So let's make sure you fall out of the map. And then definitely make sure you fall out of the map as well, because we're not dealing with you. There we go. Perfect. Other than that, can Mario make do with anything up here? Not really. Not really at all. But it doesn't mean that we can't do nothing. Okay. Bunch of bomb-bombs and Goombas for sure, though. Not many normal enemies, though. There's a couple, but not a lot to where it feels like we'll be able to do much with it, based on what we're seeing. But I do see an option of maybe dealing with the Goomba here, based on how this works. So let's see here. I think the best thing for you, Mario, is maybe jumping off the edge here for the extra motion here. And I think you might be able to grab that Goomba that's really close to this pipe, if we do it right. I don't think we're going to be able to do much, but it's definitely a knockout, so I think we definitely go for it. And then, does that count as out of map? I guess it does. Okay, good. I wasn't too sure on that one. Then movement for these guys is quite far, okay? Well, for the most part, we don't really need to worry about... The only thing is once they jump out, I'm not as sure about that, is the real thing, to be completely fair. There's a couple areas we can go to, though. I'm wondering if we can jump on their heads with Mario. Because that is our ability, but the thing is I'm not really sure we're going to be able to do that. I think we keep everyone kind of around each other for the time being, I think. Because there's no real enemies that we need to worry about, for the most part. So I think we're kind of safe to choose where we want to go. Other than that, yeah, I'm not too scared about these enemies. Just because of the fact that I don't think they're going to be doing too much. It's just once they get on top of you, that's when things get a little, you know, dicey, for sure. But for the most part, I think we can easily do this mission. We just need to make sure that the Goombas don't, like, bundle up as much as possible, while also keeping our allies somewhat close to each other so we can easily deal with enemies once they do get on top of us. Because once they do, I think that's when things will definitely heat up for sure. And I don't think we have to get rid of every single enemy. Oh no, it does say defeat all enemies. Okay then. Well, that's definitely easier said than done, for sure. Definitely for sure there. We do go through this pipe though, I think. Okay. Well, I can dash into 2 of them here. So we can get rid of multiple in a row. So it's not going to be too hard for the most part. We can enter places too with the Goombas if we need to. But for the most part, we need to try and bundle them up in a way that I can maybe hit multiple at the same time. I think that's probably our best bets. Then honestly, Mario, I'm wondering if you hit one of them on the head, if you do much with that. Because it might do something. It's definitely not going to not do anything, I would think. We could try it. We could definitely try it. I'm really not sure if it's going to work, but might. Is that going to throw out of bounds? I'm not too sure on that. Just because of the angling. I want to make sure on that one. Okay, well, I got rid of that guy for sure, so that's good to see. I was a little worried about that one. But let's see how many of these guys we can get rid of right away. Because we can easily get rid of you. We can pick you up. And I think what we can do with you is definitely toss you out of the map. Okay, so far so good. Making pretty good progress here. I want to definitely double check on this. So if I jump and stomp, it does not count. Okay, good to know. I just wanted to make sure, because I wasn't too sure on that, and now we know. Okay, so that's very good information, because, well, now we know we can't just do that. So, actually, no, wait, no, it flipped him over. So it does count. It just didn't look like it did. Oh, okay, well, that's good to see. So, with that being the case, I can make my way down here. We can grab this Goomba and get him on out of here as well. And that will definitely make things a lot better for us. And let's see here. Not many Goombas over here, so we should probably make our way back, for the most part, there. And now we just need to find a way to deal with the Bomb-Oms. Because the Bomb-Oms are the only thing that we need to deal with now. As long as I'm out of range of you, I think we're good. What we'll do with Rabbid Peach, though, is we'll get out of range of everything. And obviously go for a triple troll to get rid of the Bomb-Omb over here. Other than that, I think we just get out of range of the Blast for the most part, and I think we're good for the most part, just because of the fact that the Goombas aren't in range of hitting us anytime soon. And we do have a jump with Edge that we could have used, but it probably isn't going to be required, I'm going to be honest. So we'll just pass our turn and see what happens. We do have that Bomb-Omb over there, but I'm not really worried about him, to be honest. I'm more worried about whatever these Goombas are going to try, because we need to get rid of multiple of them in quick succession before anything bad does happen. But for the most part, we got rid of pretty much all of them in that one turn there. So for the most part, we're pretty good. But we still have a little bit left to go in order to get everyone, for sure. So let's definitely grab you, take you on out. I want to make sure we definitely toss him out of map, though, just because I feel like I'm accidentally not going to throw him out of map if I do it wrong, just in case, just to make sure. There we go. Okay. Where's the other Goombas, though? I think they're mostly down there. There's one over there, one really far away, another one really far away. So now we can kind of start dealing with the enemies normally, for the most part. We can get rid of a Bomb-Omb with a Stooge at the same time. That's definitely an option. I like that. I definitely like it. Is there a way to get to that Goomba, though, for Mario? Because I feel like he's just out of range, for the most part. That's what I feel like, but I'm not too sure, though. Well, if he is, I guess we can make do with that. Because we can do this, and do a nice little stomp on you. Make our way over to, like, right around here-ish, to give ourselves some cover, while also getting another dash on you. Okay, Goomba's making his way through that pipe, isn't he? But I don't know if he'll make it through the pipe, though. That's the thing. Also, how much damage do these guys do? Invincibility, 350 dash. Wow, okay then. That's kind of terrifying. But for the most part, not bad. It is a 455 damage dash, though, if it crits. But for the most part, that's not too bad. Yeah, I don't think he makes it to me, just because of the pipe. So I think we're good for what I think. Could be wrong, but I think we're good. Although we need help for Rabbid Peach here, so let's get into our movement so Rabbid Peach can make a little bit of a movement as well. And we might be able to maybe do a little bit extra here if we do this right. Because there might be an option here for us. Because I think what we can do... Yep, we could go for a dash. And then we can maybe figure out what we want to really do with Edge. Because as long as Edge gets like a full movement here, I think we could maybe get one of those Goombas. Which is definitely an option. While also maybe triple trolling another enemy as well. Yeah, I think this is actually possible. Because as long as we go like this... Yep, we landed, which is good. Definitely good to see. Although I don't get to you. Huh. Okay then, well that's not good. Well, we might be able to deal with the Stooge at least. So this may not be the worst possible thing. Although the angle of this is definitely not going to help me. For sure. Definitely, for sure, that's definitely not going to be too good. But we definitely get rid of you. Just making sure about that other enemy. But yeah, we definitely get rid of this Stooge, I think. Just in case. I was kind of hoping to maybe hit you, but I'm right out of your range. Which is a little unfortunate. If I hit you, I'm in range of that, so let's get out of range for like half a second, I think. I think we could maybe, just maybe, turbocharge here. It's definitely something we could probably do. And also, can I make it back to this? Yeah, I can. Okay, well, go through here real quick, actually, for a second. I just want to make sure we don't get, like, completely decimated by something real quick. And also, we might be able to do something special here if we do it right. So let's definitely set up the turbocharge for right now. And then I think we make our way through. I think. Because for the most part, as long as I can deal with this stooge, I feel like, well, we actually don't get rid of you, actually. Huh. Well, I thought we would, but maybe it's just Rabbid Peach here. So, let's see what Rabbid Peach can do. Yep, Rabbid Peach got him. Good. That's what I wanted to see. Okay, so the Goomba is going to be up, but maybe that won't be a problem. I guess we'll find out. Because as long as the Bomb-Bomb's gone, I think we're good, for the most part, with this current movement here. The Bomb-Bombs and the Goombas are moving. We get hit by one, and it was a crit too. And he's just out of range. Okay, not bad. Definitely not bad. Could have been much worse. Definitely could have been much worse. But we did get one of the Goombas, though, thankfully. Throw you out of map. Okay, so now we just got 3 left on the map to deal with. 2 Goombas, and then 1 Bomb-Bomb. Okay. Well, first things first is definitely making our way back, I think, for the most part. And I think what we do here is probably let Edge jump off of Mario, I think. I think that's definitely an idea, for sure. Just because of the fact that the jump with Edge and Mario here may... Well, I think I should probably just deal with the Goomba here first, actually. And then what we do is use that extra movement from that to let Mario kind of jump to the other side, I think. Because I feel like Mario should be able to make that without any outside interference. Yep, we definitely can. Jump on your head, jump on down, grab you, toss you out of the map. And now we just got one more guy to deal with. Okay, not bad. Although, do we have any way of getting to that Bomb-Bomb anytime soon? For the most part, it doesn't look like it, but we can make our way back into this pipe and make a decent amount of movement there. And then as long as maybe Rabbid Peach jumps off of Mario, we can maybe dash into the Bomb-Bomb over here once we go through the pipe, which is definitely possible based on us making it to the pipe. So not bad. Grab you. And this map is done for. Not bad. I like that, though. That was a very interesting... that felt like a challenge map, actually, to be completely fair. But we also got a level out of that, so level 10. And now we're officially the level that we're supposed to do that Goomba mission. So that's also good to see as well. But hunt 50 coins, 60 star bits, and down goes another one of these missions, too. And meaning we're pretty much almost done with this area, too. Another planet coin, which we'll obviously take. Anything else from, her? Oh, you're alive! Well done! Do you dare to attempt to come back in? Nope. Definitely not. But, thank you for the ability to do that, for sure. Definitely for sure. I'll take it. But, done with that, though, for sure. Only thing is, with that down now, they only have one more mission for this place. And then I think we're completely done with Beacon Beach for the time being until we reach the amount of sparks that we need. Because, let's be honest here, we really can't do much at the current moment with the sparks, because, well, we can't get any more on this island, based on the fact that there's no more spark missions, and, well, obviously no more main missions, too. So, definitely interesting there. Wonder what we're going to do in the near future for that, just because who knows when we'll be able to, you know, deal with the giant Goomba. But there it is, the Goomba with the pot on his head, as well as it looks like we got ourselves some kind of prize for beating him as well as a memory. I see that behind him as well. But here we go. Last mission for Beacon Beach for now. Kind of, you know, Kind of sad to say goodbye to Beacon Beach, but we do need to get ready for World 2 of our adventure. But it looks like, for the most part, we have ourselves quite an easy time dealing with these enemies. So I feel like, based on the fact that we need multiple dashes, doesn't Rabbid Peach have the ability to get multi-dash? I'm pretty sure she does, for the most part. Only thing is because we're in a level, we should be... Yeah, we can't do it because we're in a level, which is a little unfortunate. So, what I can do is probably change Rabbid Peach for regular Peach, because regular Peach has double dash, so we should be able to use that to our advantage to be able to, you know, get the multi-dash to be able to do this quick, a little bit easier. And it just says survive. Okay, we'll survive for 6 turns. Well, this doesn't seem too hard. Okay, we'll survive then. Well, first things first is probably figuring out Mario's movement. So let's definitely get rid of you and pick you up and throw you out of map. That's definitely a for sure. Other than that, let's figure out where Peach wants to go. Okay, Peach can get this guy as well as the other one next to us. So we get rid of both of these Goombas instantly. And thankfully we got some, a little bit of training with the fact that we got to deal with the other guy. So far so good. We might be able to deal with 2 Goombas on this side. So let's make our way over here. And yep, we should be, just right in range. So let's grab you, toss you on out. Grab you as well, toss you on out of the map. I love the double dashes for sure. That's definitely a good thing to have. And then what we can easily do is deal with you as well. Oop, there we go. Jump back down, grab you, and you're going to be coming with me right on out of the map. But there we go. Good chunk of the enemy is already out of the battle already. And honestly, for the most part, I'm quite curious about this. Well, I didn't want to hit the Goomba. I wish it didn't auto go for the Goomba there, but sadly it did. So, a little unfortunate there. So let's go for the Boombrella. Obviously breaks partial cover, or goes through partial cover for the most part, is what I should say. But let's definitely, hopefully get you out. Nope, didn't get you, but you're gonna move. But I think you're just out of Stormblade range, so I don't think we can do much about that one. But we can go for Hero Sight, so we'll definitely do that one. Hopefully it doesn't go for a Goomba. It's probably going to go for a Goomba, though. Let's be honest there. It's very possible. Other than that, I guess we just pass turn and see what happens. Because we're out of range. Yep, it went for the Goomba. That's very unfortunate. That's just unfortunate. That's all I gotta say. But for the most part, if enemies don't respawn, we're pretty good here. For the most part, I think. I don't think there's much the Stooges can do on their own. They do a lot of damage because they get these crits. But for the most part, I think we're good. Hopefully I just don't get crit like 5 times in a row, because the game likes to do that for some reason, and I'm not sure why. But we do get rid of both of these Goombas for free. So let's definitely get both of them out. Well, I can dash into both of you, so I say that's definitely worth the option. Toss you on out of the map. Let's see. I'm trying to think of a way that... You know what we do here? We set up Team Barrier for Edge, because Edge won't go down as long as the Team Barrier is active, and it's quite a lot of, like, extra, like, little bits that we can do. So it should be perfectly fine if we do something like that. So hopefully, you know, they'll be fine, but it really depends on how this goes. Okay, for the most part, I think, actually, wait a minute, we could get a dash into you, which is definitely worth it. Get you on out of here. Get another dash into you, which is definitely good to see. Because if we can get a bunch of these Goombas out, or just the Goombas in general, just completely out of the map, I feel pretty good with this turn, if we do it that way. And now I just gotta hope that we can hit this Goomba. Please! Oh, just out of range. Just out of range. That's sad. That's quite sad, but we go for a double dual slinger, I think. And then we see what we can do from there, I think. Ooh, we got a crit. That's good to see. Okay, good. Could go Fortify. We could go Brumbrella. Or Brumbrella. I think that's what we do here. Because we get rid of that guy next to us. I think we definitely get rid of this guy standing next to me. I don't like him just standing there. And then, as long as we have these barriers, we should be fine. Then for this, we could push them away from me. That might be a better idea. Let's go for it. So let's try out a little Scream here, and see what he can really do for us. I'm not really sure if I like that. Yeah, I'm not really sure if I like that movement, to be honest. Because I just kind of pushed the Goomba to hit me, for sure. Huh. Well, that didn't work at all, the way that I thought it would. Thankfully, we do have the Guardian, but it could have been, you know, much worse, for sure. Can we get rid of this before it spawns? No, we can't get rid of this one. Okay, then. That's odd. Surprised we can't. So, I guess we'll just make our way back to safety, I think. Because I don't think we want to be anywhere near that portal. So I guess it's literally just survive is literally the only option here. Let's see if I can maybe... Okay, so as long as you kind of get in position, you can kind of do, like, hit them and, like, run. But the only thing is you kind of have to be, like, barely on top of them for that to really work the way that it did. Okay, well, not bad. Let's get Edge out of harm's way, though. And we'll probably heal Edge, too. But it looks like where Edge is standing is where we'll need to do our team jump from. So let's move just a little bit like that. There we go. I just want to make sure Edge is not in, like, the worst possible motion. Because as long as we're kind of safe, I feel like we're good to go for the heal. And since we can buy heals, you know, it's definitely good to make sure everybody's nice and safe. But I think we just pass turn and see what happens. Is it going to be, yep, more Goombas with pots on their heads? And if it's just those enemies, we're perfectly fine. Because I'm not really... Well, now it's spawning more enemies. So maybe that's not the case in this instance. Okay, well, Edge, you're going to be making your way on over here, I think. Just because of the fact that you could do that double dash. Oh, you're not in range. Really? Huh. I thought that would, but apparently not. Okay, then. Well, we'll use Mario, then. Because Mario will definitely make it. There we go. Make sure we're, like, just in range of being able to throw things as well. There we go. We could have went for probably a dash to do that, but it's probably not required. I'll be honest. As long as we can dash or throw them out of the map, I think we're perfectly good. Don't think Hero Sight's gonna do much there. Princess Peach probably wants to run from here, though. I'm gonna be completely fair and honest about that one. I just don't see whatever coming out of that portal being a good thing to be close to. And, hey, maybe being out of range completely might actually do us some good. You never know. So let's pass turn. Hopefully no Stooges. Because if it's a bunch of Stooges, then things might be interesting for Edge in this next turn. Nope, just Goombas. Also, that Goomba kind of did a backflip for spawning. That's kind of funny. Okay, well, here we go. Got a bunch more enemies. We should be able to dash into multiple Goombas, though. So, all we really need to do here, for the most part, for Edge and Mario, to make this really work, is, honestly, stomp on top of your head, like that, and then just make it so we're just in range of dealing with these Goombas, because then we can easily, you know, flip them all over. Other than that, yep, we can get Peach over here good. That's all I need to make sure of. Because we needed to make sure we can make, like, a little bit of a cleanup party. And, well, as long as we can get that done, we can easily get rid of these Goombas. Perfectly fine. Only thing is I hope that we can maybe get all of them here. Which we probably should, I think. As long as we can move Mario just into that position of being able to let us into that circle. Because sometimes it lets you through, and sometimes it doesn't. It really is kind of like up to the game to really choose if it lets you or not. But thankfully, we can pick it up. I wasn't sure if it was going to let me do multiple pickups like that, like triple pickup, but thankfully it did. And then I think we just kind of get away from that portal for now. I think that's probably the safest option. And then we'll see what happens, because it seems like, yeah, it's just going to be these Goombas. So it's going to spawn a portal with 2 of them in there. And then it's going to probably spawn 2, yep, just like it did before. Okay, not bad. That's definitely quite easy to deal with, for the most part. And we only have to survive 1 more turn. So all we really need to do is just make our way to the other side of the map. Just like so. Obviously do a nice little quick dash into both of them. Get rid of both of them through the other side of the map. And I think we just won this just like that. Because all we need to do is just get out of the Goomba's range when they do decide to spawn. If they even are Goombas this time. Because I don't know for sure if they're always going to be so. But now we just let them spawn. They decide to do their movement. They shouldn't be able to get anywhere near us. As long as they're, you know, just normal Goombas or little pot-headed Goombas. But I think for the most part, I think we got this. Just from so. And there it is. Battle cleared. And just like that, Goomba with the pot on his head is now complete. And as well as Beacon Beach for now, I'm pretty sure. Because for the most part, we're done with pretty much everything, I think. But let's definitely grab our freebie for coming over here. Oh, what's this? Vintage? Oh, Vintage Disruptor. We got a skin for that. Cool. Okay. As well as memory over here, which I think is the final memory as well. So there it is, the lighthouse. And let's see what the lighthouse has to say. Beacon Beach has provided me the opportunity to observe more of the Rabbids' strange but effective architecture. Take the lighthouse here. Its bonfire, when operational, dissipates clouds. It also serves as a dry storage for Augie, the warden here, who imports a great deal of fruit from Pallet Prime in sturdy wooden crates. Fruit which I assume is used solely to make pies and other desserts. Probably. Now let's double check if we are done with all the memories here, because I'm pretty sure we are. Yep, we are definitely done. Cool. So all those are now done. And I think all we're really missing now is obviously the items over by the shop, I think. And then obviously what's going on in here, which we obviously can't deal with yet because we need to have the other sparks. So sadly we don't have the sparks for that. But we do have the capability of, you know, easily finishing off the island for the time being, which is, you know, buying the other items inside the shop, I think. And then I think we're done here, I think. Just based off of that, which is not bad. And also we'll check out our progress as well, just because I'm curious. But let's definitely buy these real quick. Honestly, I'm more into buying both of these potions, to be honest. So let's definitely buy those. And then obviously what we'll do is, you know, buy a couple of these, and we'll read them out real quick. And then obviously we probably won't come back to buy the last item. Obviously we'll come to battle the boss Goomba looking thing. But I think we'll probably skip out on buying an item when we come back, obviously. But we will look at the items though. Speedway dual slingers. When the rubber hits the road, put pedal to the metal with these championship caliber Speedway slingers. And then Speedway Dukes is a classic 1-2 punch of sleek styling and striking color scheme that has the Speedway model making waves. And then the Vintage Triple Troll, obviously for Rabbid Peach, iconic vintage piece, prompts unforgettable jaw-dropping styles, moments from friends and foes alike. Hashtag outfit goals. Okay then. Well, honestly, the Mario ones kind of look like Mario's current, like, normal guns. And also, we're going to be using the special, like, skin for that, I think. Just because I feel like that's better. But, honestly, I'll take probably those two for the time being. And then let's see what's going on with our progression, just because I'm curious. Yep, 96%. So, I'm pretty sure once we beat the giant Goomba down in the underground area, as well as, you know, getting that planet coin, as well as the little Speedway slinger, I think we're completely done with Beacon Beach completely. Only thing is obviously we can't complete it for the time being. So, with that being said, in the next episode we will be saying, hi to our next world. And while we're here, we might as well say goodbye to Aki as well.
Hey, I want you to know that I'm behind you 100% in this brouhaha against Cursa.
Why thank you, Augie. That is very...
Right after this 6-day weekend is over, I really need some Augie time to decompress.
Decompress from what? Being scared of everything, I guess. But with that being said, we're officially saying goodbye to Beacon Beach at this current moment. And in the next episode, we will be making our way to the next world of the game, Pristine Peaks, which, like I said, I believe is a frozen world, based on what Genie said during the dialogue of the final part of the mission for Beacon Beach. So with that being said, thank you all for watching, have a wonderful rest of your day, keep being spooky, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out. Hey boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.